so good, it feels so good. Oh my, gonna make my move. I'm all in, got nothing to lose. Oh my, gonna shake it off. It ain't no thing, it ain't no thing. Oh my, doing what I want. Gonna do my thing, do my thing. Are you ready? Ready to go? Are you ready? Ready for more? Are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my, are you ready? Ready or not, we keep going. And I can't stop. Are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my, oh my. Are you ready?
Hi guys, I'm Lauren, Vamp's head of content, and welcome to our session on how to grow your reach and following with branded content ads. I'm joined today by Alexander De Leon, who is a product marketing lead at Instagram. And today we're going to be taking you through what a branded content ad exactly is, how content creators like yourselves can benefit, and going through some frequently asked questions and busting a few myths there at the end. Okay, so why should you care about a branded content ad? Let's cut to the chase. It's a very fair question to ask. So Vamp has content creators all over the world in its community, and two of the questions we're regularly asked is how can I extend my reach and how can I grow my following? And I think why branded content ads are so exciting is because they allow you to do both of those things and more. So let's start with a brief Instagram history lesson, and Alex, you can jump in and correct me at any point. So this is something that I'm sure a lot of you are going to recognise because Instagram launched the paid partnership tag in 2017. This was for creators to use on their Instagram posts and stories. So Instagram launched this tag for two reasons. Firstly, for transparency. They wanted their users to be instantly aware when a brand was paying for a post. Also for consistency, so any brand partnerships on the platform had the same look and feel.
Yeah, and I think that that's exactly right, Lauren. What I would add in here is that we rolled this out a little bit slowly. So up until about a year and a half ago, we were actually only whitelisting certain creators for access to the paid partnership tag. And then a year and a half ago, we rolled out something that we call creator accounts, which finally made it open to all eligible creators. So now any eligible creator on Instagram can sign up and then use the paid partnership tag. So that transparency element is something that's incredibly important to us.
Awesome. Okay, and then Instagram stepped it up a gear. So for any creators and brands that were using these paid partnership tags, they offered the branded content tool. Now, this essentially allowed brands to turn organic influencer content into an ad. And with that, they got all the amazing ad targeting tools that Facebook had to offer. So they were able to extend the reach and amplify that post way beyond the influencer's initial following. We're really seeing our creators and our brands benefit from this process. So when Adobe turned Beth Blue's post into a branded content ad, she said that she was flooded with notifications and saw a massive increase in engagement and gained some new followers out of the process. So as you'll see there, the branded content ads always will have your profile picture and your handle. That will always be visible. So if an Instagram user is interested, they can easily click through and see more of your content.
Yeah, I love this quote a lot. And this is actually a lot of the feedback that we were getting when we first launched branded content ads about a year ago. And it kind of makes logistical sense where you post organically on Instagram and maybe a fraction of your followers will see your post. But now with branded content ads, I think the beauty of that is that it really provides value for everyone because in addition to providing value for the brands because they can more effectively measure their business outcomes, what they can also do is put money behind it to boost your post far beyond what your organic following might be. And so we started to look into this and do some internal analysis. And one of the things that we found was on average, creators were seeing a growth in following. And then more importantly, 80% of those followers were still following the creator after 30 days of first seeing that post. So I think that it's been a win-win for everyone.
Absolutely. And as you can see there, like Beth said, people are going and interacting with some of our older posts as well. So you can really see that initial interest, which is amazing. Okay, so now we know exactly what branded content ads are and what you guys stand to benefit. We wanted to go through some of the frequently asked questions that we've heard a lot around paid partnerships and branded content ads. So first of all, Alex, I wonder if you could just talk us through how this process works logistically for these creators.
Yeah, sounds good. So if you want to do a branded content post, whether it's organic or on ads, it would essentially either start from the creator side or on the brand side. And if you're a creator and you know which brand you want to work with and you've already been discussing it offline, you can request for the ability to tag that brand. Additionally, the brand can also whitelist the client and then proactively whitelist the creator and say, these are the creators that I'm allowing to tag me in a branded content post. And so that's just for the organic paid partnership tag. One of the things we've added is an additional toggle that will say, allow the brand to be able to boost this as an ad. And this then allows the brand to be able to find that post that you create organically on Ads Manager, and then they can boost that like they would any other ad. And that has a couple of benefits for a brand, including improved reach, delivery, optimization, and they can also measure more effectively when it comes to business outcomes.
Okay, awesome. So it's all sounding like win-win at this point. There's loads of benefits involved. But something that we've heard a lot is a bit of a concern around the paid partnership post hindering engagement. Creators are worried about they'll put the paid partnership post on and then they're going to see a dip in their likes and comments and things like that. So is there any truth in that?
So let me just say this one unequivocally, because I've heard this a bunch from creators, not in any specific market, but all around the world. Using the paid partnership tag does not have any impact on the algorithm, your organic reach, your organic engagement. It's treated like any other post. So there's nothing that we've seen from internal data that would suggest that using paid partnership has a negative impact on your organic reach or your organic engagement. With that said, one of the things that I've been thinking about a lot over the last couple of weeks when we started to really raise this is that there is a possibility that when you do any sort of branding content, it might not perform as well as your regular posts. And I think that a lot of this has to do with the fact that right now we still have a lot of this behavior where brands come to creators and they're not really using them as a content creator, but more like you would an endorser, like in a TV commercial, where you've already got the script written, you've already got the exact stage direction, and you're telling them exactly how they must post, the exact caption, all the hashtags that they have to use. And I think that what happens is if you are on organic, if you're following a creator, you're kind of used to a specific type of voice, and that might be the reason why you're following that creator in the first place. And then suddenly you have this post that comes in, which is going to be branded content, and it just feels very inauthentic and a little bit forced. And so that would make sense. That I'm used to a certain type of voice from a creator, and suddenly I'm not seeing that in the same way. And so you engage a little bit less. So that's kind of the working theory that I have right now. But at least from a data, from an algorithm, from a product perspective, there's no impact at all in using branded content and paid partnerships.
Absolutely. Well, that's really reassuring to hear. And I think that we're always saying the same thing. I think authenticity around paid partnership posts is so important. So yeah, I think we definitely agree on that one. Okay, so if a creator really wanted to get the most out of the paid partnership tag and branded content ads, obviously it's not all up to them. Often a brand will look at what is performing well organically and choose to boost those posts and use those posts as their branded content ads. So if a creator wants a bit of this for them and wants to benefit from all of these things, how can they increase their chances of having their paid partnership post turned into a branded content ad?
Yeah, this is a really good question. And we've been doing a lot of work, especially with partners like you all, to educate not just the creators, but then also the brands as well. And then on top of that, also thinking about the media agencies. And so I think the value proposition and the incentives to use branded content kind of differ depending on the audience that you're talking about. When it comes to brands, for me, one of the best value propositions of branded content ads is that it allows you to more effectively measure business outcomes. And so you can track the things that really matter to you as a business or brand, like website conversions, purchases, app installs, things like that are a little bit harder to track when you're looking at just organic branded content. So it's really important as we are in the collaboration and the creative ideation phase of a project that everyone is kind of on the same page about what the value proposition is. So for brands, you can more effectively measure business outcomes. For creators, it gives you the opportunity to get exposure to new audiences as well. And all of that kind of starts with everyone agreeing that to first of all use the paid partnership tag, and then select the option to boost that as a branded content ad as well.
Yeah. And do you sort of see a common thread with any posts that are chosen? Like, is there any, what's the silver bullet for a high performing post on Instagram?
Yeah, it's a really good question. Essentially what we're looking at right now, and this is still the really early days of us kind of measuring the impact of branded content alongside a brand's kind of business as usual. And essentially what we found is that the best test design where we are seeing brands get the most value is not when they do either branded content or their business as usual, but when they actually combine those two things together. And so that's actually the recommendation that we've had with brands. So far, we're still working on making sure that that message is landed, that a lot of brands we're working with are testing that out. But that's really what we're encouraging right now is continue to do your business as usual, and then add branding content on top of that. And that's really the secret sauce where you can actually see the most value in terms of driving business impact.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's something that we always recommend to all of our creators is just stick with what you know. You guys are the experts, you know your audiences, you know what responds well. So don't completely change your game when it comes to a paid collaboration. Stick to what you know your audience knows and loves from you. And that will often see your post do really well. And then they're the ones that brands want to use for their branded content ads.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, at the same time, I understand where a lot of different sides are coming from, because I think that as much as it seems like influencer marketing and branded content has been around forever, it's still a relatively new, young industry that's really bubbling up. And so I think that it will take time for some folks to really understand the best practices. And it really makes sense, right? When you have TV advertising that first came out, the first TV commercial was a radio ad that they just put onto TV. And so as these mediums change and evolve, I think that that's one of the things that's going to happen with influencer marketing as well, where folks are coming with a different mindset where they're saying, we're used to having a talent just be the talent and not necessarily for their creative input. So we choose a celebrity, we say, here's the script, here's exactly the art direction, and then go read the script. With content creators, that obviously is changing the paradigm pretty substantially, because now we're choosing content creators because of their unique voice, because of their creative direction. And so I think it's really important that as brands work with the content creators, that they're just sort of remembering, why did you decide to do influencer marketing and why did you decide to work with specific creators in the first place? And I think that when we do that, then that's when we'll start to see branded content perform more effectively and more effectively for both creators and then for brands as well. Absolutely.
I agree. Okay, so let's just go over the benefits of using the paid partnership tool and brands turning your post into branded content ads as a recap. So first up, you provide your audience with further transparency around brand collaborations. We know audiences appreciate being told when a product is being advertised to them, and the paid partnership tool gives you a neat and easy way to do that without those awkward #ads, #spons. While branded content ads were designed for brands to increase their potential reach, an ad from your Instagram account can also impact your follower growth. The amazing content you created will be seen by more eyes, giving you free exposure needed to increase your followers' impressions and engagement. We know that creator content is highly effective in capturing social users' attention, but when a brand turns your post into a branded content ad, it will give you the chance to prove it. It will help showcase your ability to create high-performing content that has the ability to boost engagement, brand love, and sales. If your content performs and it can be measured, then you're all the more likely to be asked back for repeat work. The best thing is, a branded content ad displays all of your performance data to your brand partner direct, so you don't have to mess around with screenshots of your insights. Okay, thank you so much, Alex, for all of your insights there. I hope that was helpful for everyone watching. If you are a content creator and you are keen to work with brands on paid collaborations, then I would recommend that you download the Vamp app. That's where you can apply to join our creator community. Thank you so much, Alex, and thank you for the Influence Marketing Show Global for having us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks so much, everybody.